Hi, welcome to Sikkhon.com. In today's video, we are going to learn about Excel documents and how we can work on alignment, which means we are going to learn about this alignment bar here, like wrap text. In the previous video, we already learned about merge and center. If you guys haven't seen the first video, then go check it out first. So, let's begin. As we have already prepared our heading and we want to start the next process now, then we would select a box right below our title. We have already learned how to mark our box location in the previous video. So now we can see that this box is B4, and if we click on this box, it will be A4. Now, as we can already see that we are making a Star Design sales report here, then we would require a client database right below, which means client names, and then the details of the collection from the said client. And finally, we would get the sum by automatic calculations. So let's make a heading named client's name. Okay, now we can see the details we have filled in A4 has become fully congested with the row. So now let's enlarge this column. If we drag the column in this way, then our boxes will enlarge like here. Okay. Then we will write month name. This is to keep the record of money that we have collected from each client. Let's write January. Then write February. Then we'll write March. In this way, one by one, we will write all the months' name here. Now we will see how alignment works. Basically, alignment means the text that are written in the box, whether they should be in left, in right, or in the center. For example, the boxes that are written here. Now we can see the Jan text in this box is left aligned by default. All texts are left aligned by default. Now suppose I want to create a box named balance. Now in this balanced named box, I want it to be right aligned rather than it to be left aligned. For doing that, I need to go here in the alignment box. I would select the right alignment option. As soon as we click right alignment option, automatically the balanced text in this box becomes right aligned in the box. Similarly, if I want March text to be center aligned, I would center align it. And if I want to get it back to left aligned, I would click left align. Therefore, we learned that we can align any text on the table as we want to our liking. For example, if we see the title, it is now center aligned, and if we want it to be left aligned, then we would click left align option. Now it will be left aligned. Let's bring it back to center. Alignment basically means to move the text in between the boxes, be it right, left, or center. Now, right above it, we can see three more options there. These are also used for alignment. This is vertical alignment. To understand that, let us enlarge our row by dragging it down. Now, after doing this, we can see that as we enlarge our rows, then our writing style is starting from downwards, which means it is bottom aligned. But we would want it in center. If we notice here, the top alignment setup has the bottom alignment option selected here. This is why our text is bottom aligned. So now let's click center. Then we can see our text is center aligned. And if we select February and click top aligned, then we can see the text has gone to the top. Therefore, to move the text up and down the row, we select the upper options. And to move our text sideways, we would use the second line of alignment options. So these are our alignment settings. To create, format, and edit any document, we would use these options for alignment. Now, let's select everything together and align it to center. Okay. Now, in the last video, we said that we will learn about this option in the next video, that is, this video. Let's say we have made a heading of the document first, Star Design Sales Report. So now we want the columns that we have made after this. These are the next headings for the table. Like we can write a name under client's name heading. After doing this, we will just press enter and we will go to the next box. Just as we press enter, we can see that the box under the box that we were working on is selected now. Again, we press enter, and after that, just for example, let me write another name. Done. Now, just after writing the names, we can see that we need to extend the column further to make it fit. Now, to jump columns from left to right, we would use the tab from keyboard. We should always use shortcuts to work in a faster and easier way. So if we press enter, the next row is selected, and if we press tab, then the next column is selected. Now, I want to show that from MD Alamin, in 2019, in January, 50,000 was collected. Then press tab, 40,000 in February. Then tab, in March, 80,000. Okay. Now we can see in front of us we have a numbering format. We already know in Excel we use 3 types of values: formula, text and number. Now in this numbering format, we can see every box is right aligned, which is not looking good for the design. So let's select these 3 boxes and align them to the right, just as we learned earlier. Now similarly, let's say we write here 35,000, 40,000, 45,000. Press tab, then to go down we press enter. Now here we write 15,000, 25,000. Okay. Now, if we remember from the first video, we saved our document first. Therefore, we have to always remember to press Ctrl and S together in regular intervals to save our document every time. Other than that, in the top corner, if we press this blue button, then also our document will be saved in the definitive folder. Therefore, we have to press Ctrl S in regular intervals to save our document. Now, the table that we are creating, first of all, we can see that it is written Star Design Sales Report. The next row of boxes are also considered a heading, which means if I go to Print Preview, then we can see that all our texts look very similar, but the client's name is our second heading. To make it distinct, let's first select it. After doing that, let's get here and click this arrow and click this. This gives a border. So now we can see that our second headings have a border now. Now let's go to Print Preview again. Now we can see that our second headings have a box now. Therefore, if anyone sees this, can understand that this is a heading, and the values below are the details. Now let's explore this option. We can see it has different types of boxes. This helps us choose where we want to give the border line in the boxes. It could be top, down, left, right, anything. After that, we can see in draw border there are other options like line color, which means the border that I have given in, if I want, I can change the color of the border from black to blue. This can be done in this way. Then again, now if I go to Print Preview, then we can see the border that we have put in here, it has become blue. Okay, so in this way, if we want to change the color of the table that we are making, we can do that. In the previous video, we learned how to use background color, so we can change the background color here. This makes this column a little bit separate. So in this video, we learned that how to use the text alignment options, how to give a border, and how to design our page with the borders. In the next video, we will learn how to use these numbers that we have written and how to calculate them in the balance column. Thank you.